Hello everyone, this is Vincenzo and welcome to a new video. Today I want to play again Puzzle Rush Survival with you. So I will play and I will try to explain my thought process. So this is a backrank mate, very common tactic in these puzzles. This one is also a backrank mate, and this one too. Okay, obviously you have to know this tactic to play Puzzle Rush and to improve. As you know, this is a battery, and we give a check, and this is mate. Okay, we can give another backrank mate, but you have to be careful on how you do it, because if you give a check with the queen, after take, bishop blocks, take, the king can escape. So obviously we give a check with the rook, and after the rook takes and the bishop blocks, we take and it is mate. Okay, this is almost the same as before. We have a battery on the same square, so we give a checkmate. Okay, this is a nice tactic. We would love to give a check and checkmate, but we have to get the king out. So we give a check with the knight. Now the knight covers these squares and we give a checkmate. Okay, obviously we have to push the h-pawn and queen before, and we are lucky because we can advance 2 squares forward, while white can only advance 1 square at a time. So we push 2 squares, and now we are one move earlier, and we promote and win. This is an easy checkmate. Okay, now I suppose this move is key because it forced the king to one of these squares, and then we can take the rook. Okay, now black sacrifices, but we can just take. Okay, this is a very common attack, like in the bishop opening on the or the wayward queen attack. We just give checkmate. Okay, so let's see. If we go here, we hang the queen, so maybe we take the knight, we check, and then we can checkmate. Okay, this is checkmate. Okay, let's see. This move is natural because it gives a check and also attacks the bishop, and the bishop can't block. So also in the London system, which is my favorite opening, there are some tricks where you sacrifice the g-pawn after white plays e3, and then you give a check, the bishop can't block, and you win the bishop, as in this case. Okay, now this is checkmate. And this is also checkmate because of this move. So always be careful with the back rank, because now this is check and the king has no squares to move. Okay, and this is a common tactic. So this bishop is unprotected. So we'd like to move this knight and attack this bishop. But if we move the knight, the bishop can take our bishop and attack the rook. But we can do this. We take the knight, and if the bishop takes, we go back with the knight. Now the bishop didn't take, so what do? Our knight is hanging, but we can take, and if... Okay, the puzzle ended, but if white took our knight, we could have taken the other knight and be up a piece. So you always have to count attackers and defenders. Okay, this is a problem. King and queen on the same diagonal. So we can go here and pin the queen. But let's see. Yeah, black has this move. In theory, you may think that this move saves the queen, but it is illegal because of the pin. So we can win a queen, and they can't trade the queens because it is pinned. Okay, we can't take this because it is defended, so we just move away, and now we take a queen. Okay, and this is checkmate. Another battery. Checkmate. Okay, and this... Let's see, if we take with the queen, the king is forced to go here. And do we have a mate there? Yes, we do, by going queen f3. Yeah, and white can block, but we have this move, and now it is mate. Okay, we are down a queen, but we have two very strong bishops because the position is very open, and we have this pawn. So let's see what we can do. We can give this check, and the king is forced to go back. Oh, sorry. And then we have, okay, this check, I guess, forcing the king here, and then we can give a check. If the queen takes, we take with check, and then we win this piece. So we just winning. Yeah, as you can see, we take with check, and then we win a piece. Okay, this is the move, because we are covering this file, and this is mate. Okay, let's see. Okay, what if we give this check? If they take with the queen, we can win the piece, and we also won a pawn, but I don't think that's the solution. So okay, it is kinda the solution, but we take the knight first. This is my idea. We take, black takes, and then we fork and win the queen. So we are up a piece and a pawn. Okay, nice. Okay, I see this check, obviously. Block, we take, king here, and then this should be mate. Okay. Now the puzzles are getting more difficult. So what can we do here? Okay, obviously our queen is hanging, so we should probably move it, but let's see. I also see this diagonal. Our bishop is very strong. We could do this, give a check, for example, and then we take, we check. Oh, and actually the queen should block, we take, and then we move our queen. Okay, so let's calculate better. Yeah, I think this is the move, because we give a check, the king can't move, so this is forced, and then we give this check, the king can't go here because of our other bishop, so queen blocks is forced, we take, we check, they take, and then we move the queen like here. Okay, let's see. Check. Okay, we give a check, we take, we check. Okay, and the puzzle ends, but we have to save our queen at the end. Okay, I see this check now, and black only has one square, and then we can give it this check, maybe only one square again. Yeah, but I don't see checks. What if we give this check first? The king can go to the back rank, can go here, can go here, this is forced, and then we give a check, and the king is in a box. Yeah. Okay, this rook is very handy, because we can, if we force the king to the h file, we can give a check, and then they have to sacrifice the queen. So I think we go here, we check, and now we give a check, and then we take, and we take again. Yeah. Okay, so this knight probably took a rook here in the corner and covers these two squares. The king is kinda in a box, only has one square to go, and we could give this check, and it should be mate. Yes. Okay, here. Can we take this piece? I think we can, because if our king would be, for example, on this square, then we will lose a queen, because after take, they take, we check, and after we take, we lose a queen. But I think we can in this position. So this looks to me like a blunder of a piece. I'm not so sure, but I don't see anything else. Okay, I check, but we can just go back, I suppose, because if we move to a dark square, that could be problematic. So what if we go back, take, okay, our pawn structure is damaged, but we have an extra piece. Yes. Okay, we are at 30. The last time we got to 38, if I'm not mistaken, and my top score is 47, so let's see if we can get to 40 this time. It is not easy, but maybe we can do it. Okay, I see this fork with a pawn, and yeah, it looks very obvious to me. Okay, not so easy. Now if we take this, the knight, we should be very careful because we lose a rook, we check, and we can't step here. Yes, we have the knight, we can block, but this piece is hanging, this pawn is hanging, so obviously this is not a move. So let's see, this fork is still here, so we don't have to rush to take a piece. Can we just defend the rook and then take a piece? I think we can, and the best way to defend the rook is either king f1 or knight f3. Oh, and I guess knight f3 is the only move, because if we go king f1, they can just take the pawn and trade the rook and be up a pawn. So instead we go knight f3 and defend. Okay, so what do we do now? If we take, same problem, they can take, and it is like a trade. Yeah, so why don't we attack the bishop? Okay, they move the knight, but we can just take the bishop. Okay, nice. Black just castled in this position. So what do we do? Let's see. I like to play a move such as knight c5 to plant a very strong knight in the middle. Also a3, then when the bishop moves we push, but then they can go here, right? And we can still push, I suppose. Well, the knight can go here, sorry, can go back. So what is the move? I don't see a move like a very obvious move. So probably the best move is probably a3, the best move that I see, because a move like this, okay, yes, it is a3, because when we get the pawn, the b pawn to b5, we are attacking the knight, and the knight cannot retreat because of the pin. So the idea was right, because we are attacking when they go back. Now we don't take, because then they can take with the queen, and it is just trade, and if we go here they just take the pawn, so we push. Okay, we want to promote, but we cannot go f7 or e6, because black can take. I guess we just advance the king. They give a check. We do not block because then we lose. Sorry. If we go here, take, and we have to move, and we lose everything. So we keep advancing. And now I guess we go here to advance, take the bishop, and if black takes, we push the e-pawn. Okay, they take first, so don't make the mistake, because after the bishop takes and we take the bishop, black takes, and it is a draw. So okay, now we can push. Yeah, too late. Okay. Well, I'd like to give this check, but the queen, the rook takes the queen. So if we take the rook, and after bishop takes, we give this check, the king moves, and we give another check, but the king can escape. No, because this pawn covers, and we give this check, force the king here, and this is checkmate. Okay. Check. Check. Again, we give another check, and the king cannot run away, and the next move is checkmate. Okay, I suppose we have to take, and now if we push, black goes here, and if we go here, they sit on c1, and then they will push and win the game. So instead we step in with the king. Let's see, can we push? Yes, because if white goes here, we lift the king and then promote. Okay. Okay, what is going on? Can't we take... I'm confused. This is like a 1800 or 1900 puzzle. So why cannot we take the queen like this? Take. What happens? Oh, I guess check. We take. Wait, I don't understand. So, and this looks so obvious, but I don't want to make a mistake. So let's calculate. We go here. What do they have? This check maybe? But then we can just take, or take with the knight and go back. I don't get this puzzle. So let's count material. We have 4 pieces plus 2 rooks, and so does white, and then we have a queen. And the pawns, we are down like 2 pawns, so we are down material. But look, everything is hanging. We can take a queen with a knight, and I don't see why this would be a mistake. And if the knight takes, we take, then this knight is hanging, this bishop is hanging, we check. Well, I'm going to take the knight. Okay, I didn't see this move. Our bishop was hanging too. So, but I can just move here, because if the rook goes to d7 with a fork on the king and queen, we can just take. So I'm going here. Yeah. Okay, now I take, and if the rook goes here, I just go here. Yeah, weird puzzle because it was a 1900 puzzle and white just hang a queen, sacrificed the queen because they moved the queen to a square which was controlled by a piece, and it didn't work, the sacrifice. So can we go here? They go here, we lift the pawn here, take, then what do? We take with the a pawn, and we are in opposition with the kings, and black goes here, we push the pawn here, we lift here, and we promote. Yeah, I think this is the solution. Now if we take with the king, then black can take opposition, and if we push the pawn, they go here, and if we push again, it is stalemate. So it is very important that we keep the opposition and pass the move to black, which has to step away, and now the pawn controls the opposition square, so we lift and promote on the next move. Okay, we are to 37 with no mistakes, so this is a very good puzzle session in my opinion. But this puzzle doesn't look too easy, so what can we do? This is mate, so we can run the king, but it doesn't look very good for us. Probably there is some sort of draw by repetition, so I don't want to run the king. We could also block the diagonal, but it looks very passive, so we could give a check instead, and we have two checks in this position. So let's give a check. And do we want to be on a dark square or a light square? Let's see. If we go to a light square, there are a lot of moves. These puzzles are difficult because there are a lot of moves for the enemy king. So you have to find the best move, and usually it is the most forcing, more restricting. So let's see, if we give this check, we are controlling these squares, so it is one more square, but the king has a lot of options. I don't know. Well, obviously it is not a move such rook takes because of the mate on h1. I think this might be the move, but I'm not so sure, to be honest, because after the king moves, I don't know, maybe, yeah, if the king goes here, we can give this check because of the rook. Well, I'm going to give this check. Okay, it is the right move. I don't know why, to be honest. Okay, the mate is still threatened, so this is not a move. We are covering all the squares, the escape squares for the black king, except this one. We have this check now, but does it help? Well, I think the the solution is that this rook is undefended, so we might be able to give a fork to the king and the rook. So let's see, if we give this check and they go here, do we have a check? This one, queen can cover, take, and then we pick up this pawn. Doesn't look like the best position, but this is the only check, right? Because this is not a move. Yeah, this looks like the only check we have. We cannot pick up this pawn because again the mate on h1, so I'm going to give a check. Yeah, okay. Now there is no mate threat because the king is in the way. So do we give another check here? If they block, we just take. I don't see anything bad. Oh wait, if they block we have this check and we pick up the rook, because if we take it looks like a draw, or we might even lose because this pawn is so close to promotion. Okay, so let's see, we give a check, they cannot block because we take with the pawn, they have to move and we pick the rook. Okay, very nice, we are at 38. So this, if it was white to move, this would be mate, but we have to deal with the check. I don't want to move the king because then they can just promote. This is not mate anymore, so I think blocking is the best move, and we take with the pawn because we can give mate on the next move. If we took with the king, then this will be possible. We give mate. Okay, 39, nice. Okay, be very careful here, don't rush these endgame puzzles, because if we take, it is a draw. Basically, we push, they take, we go here, they push, we take, they step closer. It should be a draw. But what if we push here, here? Okay, white is in time to stop, to prevent us from promoting the pawn. But what if we push, and then when white gets closer, we defend the pawn? This looks best. We can also give a check. Yeah, and if white takes, we can promote, but don't rush, because they can promote, we check. So we step here, they promote, we take. Okay, never rush these puzzles, because I failed a lot of times because I played too fast. Okay, let's see. Check. Okay, if rook blocks, we give a check, and it is mate. If queen blocks, what do we do here? We take, give a check. I can just go here, not because it will be mate. So instead they go back with the rook, they cover. Okay, let's see again. Check. Here we take. Oh, but they can take with the king. Okay. Okay, this video might be a bit long, but we got to 40 puzzles, so it is a very good result in my opinion. So let's see. Check blocks, or even king here. But let's consider queen blocks first. Sorry. Here, queen blocks. Oh, do we have this move? But they can take. But then we can take. The king goes here. We can go here, pick the queen. Well, I'm going to give it this check. I don't know if it is the best move. Okay, do we have this move? Because if takes, we give a check. If queen blocks, we give mate. And if king... No, there is no king. h7. So I guess we have this move. And if takes, we give a check. The king goes here. And then we can pick up everything, like here. Yeah, I'm going to play. Okay, I should have thought more about the move, but I'm a little tired, so... Okay, this is a simple back rank mate. Black can block, but we can give this check, and it is mate. What? Okay, I'm very sorry. I missed something. Okay, rook check. Oh, okay, yeah, I missed that black doesn't have to block with the queen, but they could just move the king and attack the rook. So probably queen check first, and then a check on the back rank. Okay, 2 mistakes, but as you see, I'm rushing a little now because I'm a little tired of puzzles. But let's see if we can get this one right. So I love to play this move, but it hangs a queen. So, and even if we take, oh no, if we take, then we don't have this move. So what is the, oh wait, maybe we do have this move, because after take, we take with the pawn, and it is defended, so this is forced, and then we give a check, this is forced, and this is mate. Wow, very nice queen sacrifice. So we don't give this check, because then the king is safe here. Instead we give this check, and again, and this is an amazing pawn mate, because it is defended. Very nice. Okay, check here, and then what do we have? Or instead we go check here, check here. Yeah, but I don't see, wait, maybe this. Okay, if we go here, the king goes here, and we have no checks. This doesn't work. This, the king can go here, and it looks safe. So I think we give a check with the rook. The king goes here. We give another check. The king goes here. then we give a check with the rook, and it is also checkmate. Okay. Okay, the king is stuck in a box, as you can see. It can move to any of these square, and so I'm seeing this move, and if they try to make some squares, the knight covers, and then rook here would be mate, and they cannot stop, in my opinion. Yeah, they can block with the rook, but can we go here and then here maybe? Okay, where is the mate? We obviously cannot go here, so if we go here with this idea, they can prevent the check, and then even if we give a check, they can go back. So okay, but if we had this rook like here, then this would be mate. So can we move the rook here to prepare this mate? I guess we do. Yeah. Okay, now this will not be mate, but we can just take the rook, we check. Is there anything better? If we give a check, they can simply go back. Yeah, I think this is the best move. Nice. Okay, obviously we could trade the knights, but do we have a good move after the trade? Well, we could go rook d8, attacking the queen, but they can just move the queen, I suppose. Wait, what if we go here and the queen is undefended, so we are attacking the knight twice? If they take, we simply take the queen, and they cannot protect the knight. Okay, and we take with the queen, and now we're up a knight. Okay, do we take or do we push? If we take, and if we push, we are lost, because this pawn, we are too slow here, so we cannot. Can we simply sacrifice the queen? We give a check. Yeah, but then they have a queen, so is it worth it? What if we go here instead? Force the king here, and then we push. They have this check. Okay, we have to calculate here, because if we go here, it is useless. But what if they... Okay, let's see. Check. King here, we push. Check. They want to give perpetual checks, so maybe we cover, and then they give a check here, and we go here. They have a check. And are we safe on h5? They have this check. We go here, check, we go here, and this is checkmate for white because the king is here. So very scary position. So let's see again. Check. This looks like the right move. Here we push because we want to make another queen, or maybe wait. To avoid all these checks, we go here, here, and then we pin. And let's say if they take, we promote. And if they do not take and move the king closer, we take, and are we in time? No, we are not in time because the king gets here. So I guess this is the right move, and then we have to push this pawn. But can we avoid all these checks? Let's see. We said that king h6 is not the right move. Cover. They give a check, and if we go back, it is perpetual checks. And if we go again, let's see, if we go to h6, they have this check, which is very annoying. Sorry. Okay, the queen was here and we were here, so we go king h5, and they have this check, which is also very annoying, but we had a pawn here, so we do not get mated by going g4. Instead we push. Okay, I think this is the solution. I think that we have to push. Oh, okay. Okay, it was not the solution. It was a 24-64 puzzle. Very not so easy. But let's see again. Then we'll check the solution to this puzzle. I saw this. We go here, and then after, can I move the pieces? Well, I saw this. Oh, I cannot. Okay, well, I saw this. We push, they go here, we go here, and then they go here, we go here, and if they give this check, we cover. But what if they do not give this check? Instead they go, let's say, here, and this looks quite scary. Can we promote? Check. Go here. Check. Well, I do not see why pushing was a bad move. It is probably losing, but I don't see why. So let's check the solution. Okay, we said that check was the right move, and then I pushed, but it was a mistake. So I also saw this move, but I thought it was losing to this. Oh, but then maybe we can push, and we are covering this square. Yeah, maybe this was the solution. Okay, and then we push. Okay, well, the second time you play a puzzle, it is always easier. I don't know why, but yeah, this was the solution. So a very nice puzzle rush survival. We got to 44, which is my second best score. So I'm very happy about it, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it is probably a very long video, so if you watched all the video, I want to thank you. And yeah, I think I'm going to record an episode of Open First now. So thanks for watching, thanks for all the support, it is truly amazing. And yeah, we are so close to 400 subs, so thank you very much to those who subscribed, and see you soon.